Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, this is actually the third try of taping this. I'm having a hard time here. Doing a first impression of the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. And they sent me this sample thing. It's got all the different colors. They sent me 3 different ones. They have the light ones, the medium ones, and the dark. This is the light shades. I'll give you sorry, my light. I'm having trouble with my studio light. I don't know why. I had to replace the bulb, and it's just, I'm not really liking how it is. But anyway, I will tell you, by accident I opened this one here, and I forgot what color that was. I can tell you in a minute. Okay, here's Pearl and Alabaster. These are the 2 lightest. And Sand and Porcelain. I tried Shell, which it says light skin with cool pink tones, and it was it was too dark. So we are going to go, I'm going to go ahead and just skip all the way down and go with Alabaster. It says very fair skin with peachy pink tones. So we're going to go with Alabaster, which I did not think I would be the lightest in this, but apparently these are a little dark. I did like the consistency of it. I just did one little tiny swatch on my face. I didn't really get to try it. They don't give you a whole lot in these. I don't know if it's going to be enough to do my face. I'm hoping that it is, because I would like to, give this a fair run. And it's the only thing with samples of foundation. If they want you to buy the product, don't you think they would make sure you got a good try out of it? All right, I'm gonna go over here and grab my Real Techniques foundation brush. I'm just gonna dab, dab, dab. Wow, it went from really dark to insanely light. This is too light. Oh my God, look at this. This is terrible. Oh my gosh. What I'm going to do then is, well, I got a mess. I don't want to go wash my face again. I've washed my face 3 times already. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of run this in. And I'm going to pour this one that was too dark right into this, and hopefully I will get something. This was just a tad dark. That one's quite a tad light. I hate when foundations jump from really dark to really light. Why did they do that? Don't you want your foundation and it dries fast. So let's get this going. Stop talking and start doing. There we go. I mixed those 2 together, and I think I'm getting something that is usable. So let's try that. I hate mixing foundations together, but I wanted to try this out before I ordered it, and I'm glad I did, because I would have definitely ordered the wrong shade. You see how much darker that got just from that one bit I added, which it was probably half of the container. So there we go. It's not too bad. It's really streaky though. I'm going to go in with the Beauty Blender and try to dab this out. They don't give you enough to try it. Yeah, unless you're a super huge YouTuber and have a ton of subs, you don't get PR stuff. So I buy everything I get, which I can't always buy a couple of different colors in a foundation. I have to buy the closest I can and just go from there. There's no way in hell, I forget how much theirs is, but there's no way in hell I would have been able to do that. I don't know if you see this. Let me get a brush. Maybe it's me Maybe I'm super picky, but this is not, this just will not blend in, not mix like that. So, and I don't have any makeup wipes in here. Oh, yes, I do. I bought some of these makeup wipes that I hadn't gotten to try yet from Shop Miss A. And if I could find them, we're going to try them. How about that? Here they are. Here we go. Let's go ahead and try these because I'm not having this. This looks, if you can see, it's just, the more I try to blend it, the more it is breaking up here. See right in there? It's not, it didn't mix well with the other one of, the other color. Did not mix well at all. So, this may be a shit show. I was trying to, I'm going to try out a few new products, but if I can't get any to work right, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I guess that is the whole purpose behind this, is to try new products. It's a shame because I like the consistency, the way it dried down. I don't like how it blended out, if that makes sense. And it seemed like it was going to, oh my God, it's very hard to get off. I didn't have that much on either. That's what's crazy. It's insane. It's like holding on for dear life. And I can tell you, it feels like it has a matte type primer in it. You know how when you put a matte primer on your skin, you can feel that, oh my God, it is not, and it's the way it's settling in my pores, in every line, but it's weird because it's lighter than the foundation. I understand I'm wiping it with a wipe. I've used now 5 wipes to try to get this off, so I want to try to get this all the way off because I have another foundation here that I would like to try. I'm going to retry a foundation. I don't know if any of you guys have tried it's the Tarte, it's the gel foundation. I feel like it might be a little too dark for me before, but I've noticed that I've had trouble with a few foundations now that were what I felt too perfect are now too light. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put some, since that's so drying. God, that is so dry. I hate to use those makeup wipes on my face. These aren't so bad. These are that AOA rose water, which is very moisturizing. I believe those were $1 from Shop Miss A. And I have yet to find anything from that besides a few of the eyeshadow palettes, which I should have known when I saw them that they weren't my type of shadow palettes. Oops, sorry. I'm going to break this glass one day. I'm wiping these, trying to wipe my brush off. Try to get the bulk of that off because I love using these brushes. Let me wipe my palette off to get that off of there because we're going to try something different. So, okay. I'm just going to put a little bit of this. Those weren't too drying amazingly. Sorry, I'm kind of skipping all around today, guys. It has been a crazy couple of days here. We had somebody come up on my porch. I was sleeping on the couch, but I kid you not, probably 5-8 feet away. I was sleeping, and they cut a cable. If you ever see those big thick cables with the lock on it, well, not the lock on it, but it has a lock to it, they cut that and stole our generator. So it's been an interesting few days. That was the YSL. I've been wanting to try this. This is the Milk Makeup, the Blur Stick. I haven't tried it really. I've used it a couple of times, but I haven't really tried it. And while we're trying new products, I wanted to try something that kind of, what this does is it kind of fills in your pores almost. And, you know, your fine lines. God, I'm stumbling over my words today. I don't know what's going on with me. Sorry, guys. I'm out of breath. I did use this without makeup, and I really enjoyed it because it just, see, it just kind of blurs the skin a little bit. Not really adding color, but it just, it takes that texturous look away. And I really like it, and I like the way it makes your skin feel afterwards. It's pretty nice. But, okay. So, I can try that, or I can try a drugstore foundation. What do I want to do? Let's just go ahead and go in with this. I'm going to try this Tarte. This is the, this is in Fair Light Neutral, the Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation. I tried this before. One time I liked it, one time I did not. I felt like it kind of settled in my lines, and I'm kind of, after what just happened, I'm a little nervous about this. And I think this, it may be a little dark, but I'm going to lighten it up with some powder here. Yeah, it's a little pink. I'm just going to do this pretty light. This is, oh, it's not that bad. But, this can settle in your lines if you're not careful. And I think a lot of that was to do with, I didn't set it with a powder. And because I didn't really have a good powder to use. But now, as we all know, I have the Patrick Star powder, which I'm absolutely still loving. If you can get a hold of that, run, jump, do a backflip, grab a hold of it. It's great stuff. I wish that MAC would keep it, but I don't see them doing it. Maybe they'll release it, hopefully, as something else, or bring out something similar. I'm just having this streaky issue with a lot of my foundations lately, but I think it's me. I think I've just been kind of heavy-handed with stuff. I tend to be that a lot. Oh, actually, no. This is settling way better with this Beauty Blender. Let me get a little bit on here. Now, with a heavier foundation like this, I like to brush it onto the Beauty Blender instead of dip it in there, because it's in a jar, and this stuff is very thick. It's extremely thick. I have such problems with texture right here on this cheek and right around my mouth. I always get this nasty textured look. It's so hard to talk when you put foundation on around your mouth. But see, that looks so much better. It is, like I said, it is a little dark. But I think I can work with it. I'm just going to go run a couple of errands today. I'm not really doing anything that important, so this should be fine. And my other ladies with texture, when you're putting on your foundation, you want to make sure, see, I have fine lines right across the air, and you always see me when I do my foundation, I'll pull my forehead down and I'll pull it up. What I'm doing is I'm getting between the lines. You want to make sure to get it even. If you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to make them stand out even more, because you're going to have a white line right there, and they don't look very pretty. If you notice, I bounce back and forth between these two brushes. The e.l.f. brush is a little less, this one's more dense, and the other one's more, you know, it's got more, less dense, I guess is how you say it. I just do that because there's certain areas that one looks better than the other, and this is a little dark for me. I ordered the, I don't know if you guys have seen, Shape Tape came out with their foundation. There is two different ones. One is a gel foundation, which I kind of feel like it's going to be very similar to this. I'm hoping they didn't just change the packaging on this formula. Sorry guys, I get this right around the edge of my nose. I get this I get foundation right there, and it looks so hideous. So, God, I wasted so much of this. You know, this foundation is it's very moisturizing. From what I've read about this originally started out being a tinted moisturizer, and it progressed into a foundation, a gel foundation. It's been out for, I think, a year now, or close to it. It's been out for a little while. That is a little dark, but I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of feeling it. I think if I put a translucent powder over this, I think we'll be okay. As long as it doesn't have any color, I'm just going to watch how I bronze. One of the things you can do, instead of bronzing, you can highlight more. And what that will do is it will lighten it up. Instead of adding darker colors, you're going to add lighter. Which with this, you won't look like a train wreck like I feel like this does. I have misplaced everything in here lately, and I don't know why. Where is my Patrick Star powder? I have been going through my makeup room, and if you saw in here, this room is nuts. You know, actually, I'm just going to go ahead and use, I didn't want to use the Fit Me, but where is my Patrick Star powder? I've been trying to clean up this room, and it's just, it seems like the more I clean, the more I acquire. I have way too much makeup. Oh, right in front of me. Can you believe that? You ever have that happen? Right in front of me. I can't believe that. It's so hard to get this out. I always tap. I take the end of a brush and I tap the powder to get it out. All right, I'm going to go ahead, and this is, I love this powder brush. It's a pure powder brush. What I'm going to do is just pick it up here, and I'm just going to, lightly dab it, because I don't want to thicken this up, but I do want to set it. And when you have a foundation that's a little heavier like this, you want to be careful, because if you go to just drag that brush across it, even though you have powder on it, it can drag that foundation, and it'll leave those kind of smears in it. And I do not want to do that. I'm bad about that. I don't like to press the foundation in with a beauty blender like some people do. I like to take it on a brush. I'm pretty much kind of doing the same thing, pressing it into the skin. But I think with a brush you get a little more control than with a beauty blender. Plus, your beauty blender is damp, and I don't like getting my powder damp like that. No matter how hard you try, it seems to get crunchy. All right, now let me get this. If you see what I'm doing is I'm just not real heavy, but I'm letting that powder sit on the skin. If you can see, sit on the skin, and I'm going to let it set. Not bake, but I'm letting it set for just a few minutes. Didn't really get around my nose, and no, I'm not going to. But I am going to set my eyes. There we go. The reason why I do this is I sweat a lot. When I tend to use a little heavier foundation like this, it goes south very quick. I'm really liking how that's looking. It's looking very nice. It's very moisturizing. It's not setting in my lines very bad, which is always a good thing. I want to pull out a new palette today. Which one do I want to use? I've been wanting to try these. I've got 3 Colourpop palettes. That is really pretty. I've been doing so many colors with that. I've got the Dream Street, which is the collab with, God, I forgot her name. That was the collab palette. I have, You Had Me at Hello. I'll go ahead and show you these. This is You Had Me at Hello, which is a very pretty palette. This is Dream Street, which is extremely gorgeous. Look at those colors. But you know, that orange is just calling me. And that color right there next to it. Those greens are real pretty, but I don't want to do a green look today, and that's what I would gravitate towards. God. You know, you guys must get a good... You know what? This is where we're going. This is the My Little Pony one. Isn't that cute? I'm going to go ahead and with this today. Let's have some fun. I'm going to go in with Applejack, which is this color here. That's kind of that light peach to set this look. I am dropping these little foundation things. I'm dropping them everywhere now. All right, I'm going to go into this color. So go ahead and set that transition. Oh, that is pretty. It's kind of a peachy. It's got a real pretty peachy pink tone to it. That is beautiful. I like it. It looks a lot darker on. I think it's a lot to do with the foundation I have it with today. There we go. Wow, that is pretty. Now it is daytime, so I'm not going to go real super crazy with color, even though I love color. There we go. That is so pretty. And as always, with my hooded eyes, I always come up. The other thing you can kind of do is you set it in and just kind of go like that. And what it does is right there at the top part of that crease darkens it. And that gives that deeper socket look to it. Which this side's not as dark. And I have one eye. This eye is usually more hooded than this eye, but this one's sagging today. I've had 2 strokes, unfortunately. Well, mini strokes, which are, what are they, post-transient? They got this weird initial thing to them. I don't recall, but I've had 2 of them. And that's kind of why I have a lot of dripping. Plus, I've had a really bad accident to my face. I'm going to go in with this smaller brush, and I'm going to come in here with that color right next to Applejack, which is, whoops, Sky Dancer right here. It's got more pink tones to it, and I'm going to come with a smaller brush. I'm going to just do this on the outer corner and just highlight into the outer corner of the crease. That is really pretty. It shows up kind of purple. These colors are beautiful. It shows up more of a purpley, kind of hot pink purpley color. Just going to lay that. I'm actually laying that in the outer third, what I always do. You know, you find a certain thing that works for your eye shape, and you tend to stick with it, and that is why I stick with that. With my hooded eyes, it goes south very quick if I do that. If I change the shape. I'm just going to kind of bring that up and darken that just a little higher on the edge. That is so pretty. You put My Little Pony on something and I'm going to think it's pretty. It could be the ugliest color in the world, but I'm like such a little kid when it comes to that. My Little Pony, I was in my teens when that came out, so I didn't really get to enjoy that when I was little, so I need some more brushes over here. I'm going to go in with this one. I hate using these dark ones because I never know if there's something on it. This is a little stiffer blending brush, and I'm going to go in with this color right here. And that is Butterscotch right there. And I'm just going to come in with that on the edge. I didn't even dust it off. I haven't done my brows yet, so... And I've gotten a habit of not doing my brows until after I do my eyes. I've noticed that it helps me with doing the shape of my eye a little better. They kind of look better together when I do them, if that makes sense. There we go. Now on the inner 2/3 of my lid, you can see I brought that color up and over, and I just left this area right here on both eyes open to put some color. And I'm going to come in. My eyes are horrible. You guys wonder why you see me with glasses all the time? It's because I'm blind, extremely blind. I'm going to come in with this. It's an elf, little elf. They call it an eye crease brush, but I think it is way too short and nubby and stiff for that. I tend to use it for the mobile lid. I'm going to come in with this color on the bottom, which is Firefly. The color right there. I'm going to try the brush, a dry brush first, and then probably going to, oh wow, that is a light, it's a light blue tint to it. It's very pretty. I think I'm going to come in and use my finger with that one. Yeah, there we go. Much better. That color is very soft, and if you're not careful, you will pick up way too much, and that's what I did there. I kind of do the same and just kind of lay out the area where I'm going to want it, and come in with my finger and just pat that on again. Being very careful not to press too hard when I'm getting it out of the palette, because it did start to crumble on me. It's a, see how it's kind of a chunky on my eye. But if you go over it with a brush right after, it's not bad. And it does have a ton of fallout. But, wow. The darker colors weren't too bad. It's the, it's that, Firefly color. Is that what it was called? Firefly, yeah. Alrighty. And I'm going to come in with a pencil brush. My pencil brush on my bottom lid. And I'm going to come in, I want to try this purple right here and just see how that looks. If it picks up more purple, if it just, that is pretty. I'm going to come in with that color that I used in the outer corner, which is this here. And I'm going to dab it just a little bit into that purple, just to kind of get the shimmer off of it. And it comes together for a very pretty color. It just came together really pretty like that. Do the same thing over here. I've been using this pencil brush quite a bit lately to make a shadow wing. See how I made that into a little shadow wing there? I do like the wings, don't get me wrong. When I say that I don't do wings, it's not because I don't like them. They do not look right on my eyes because of my eyes being hooded. The second I do one with liner, it winds up all up here. And it doesn't look right. It makes my, kind of closes my eye too much. It doesn't, I don't think it looks very attractive. I'm way more comfortable doing looks this way. There you go. That is very pretty. I'm loving these colors. Reminds me of, honestly, you don't laugh. This reminds me of playing in my mom's blue eyeliner and my mom's blue eyeshadow when I was a kid, and she would have a holy fit. I kid you not. But I had so much fun. Now I'm going to go in with a nice, I want a real soft brush, fluffy brush. This is just a Morphe brush, and I'm going to use that just to kind of blend this right here at the crease a little bit, because as soon as I start closing my eyes, it is all going to wind up blended together, and I want to make sure to get it to lay down real nice. There we go. There. I just want to kind of softly blend out that corner that I did. There we go. I'm using my color switch over here. If you wonder what, you keep hearing that tapping, I'm going to go back into Firefly, and I'm just going to highlight the outer corner, inner corner I'm going to highlight the inner corner and just underneath. I like to highlight right in here as well. It just really kind of opens my eye up a little more. I don't like to do the lighter colored eyeliner. Everybody's always telling me it'll open my eyes up. I've tried it. I don't like the look of it. And the main thing you do makeup for is for yourself. There we go. I am loving this. I'm really liking this look. That is the My Little Pony from Colourpop. I believe this is on the clearance still. And they have, there's a whole set of My Little Pony stuff. Which I have some other of their stuff. I have a lip. There we go. I have the lip and I have the Super Shock Shadow in Sunbeam. This is beautiful. Oh, I wish I would have seen this because I would have used a little bit of this. But this is it's more like a pressed pigment, and these are they're difficult to work with, but they're pretty. Let me show you. Kind of get some of that on here. You want to kind of dab it like that, get some on your finger, and let's do it here. It's very hard to show you. I got a terrible bruise on my arm. It's more like for over your shadow. See it there? You can also use it for a highlight. It is very pretty to highlight. Actually, you know what? Let's try it as a highlight real quick. Just going to grab this little brush here. I'm going to lightly come into it. I'm going to try it. Let's see how much picks up on here. Here we go. Just going to lightly dab it. And I'm going to come in right here. And just very lightly. This is a dark kind of purple. See, you don't want to go too much because this can go terribly wrong, terribly quick. There we go. Just kind of get that on the edge. Wow, the whole thing just spun around. There we go. You gotta be careful because it can come out looking almost like a bruise if you're not real careful, because you are putting, see how it came across the purple across the top of my lip right there. So pretty. There's a glitter to it as well, so you want to be careful. Like I said, it's more like a highlight. It does these Super Shock shadows. They say they are a shadow, but I think they have a lot of like a moisture to them, and I think they are more for toppers than anything. As you see how that, you can see how that just, you could blend that right out, but it just gives a pretty sheen. I don't know if you can see the glitter to it. There we go. You can, there, now you can see it. There's some glitter to it. There we go. Just kind of blend that out a little bit. I always keep one of these handy. It's just a real loose, they call them powder brushes. I think they're just, I like a more dense powder brush. These are very flimsy. And I always keep one of these around just to kind of, so I can dust off and just kind of clean up around my face. Let's see what we got here. Not sure what lip color I'm going to use yet. I have been loving this palette for, I've been using it to bronze. I've been using it to contour. Using it for a little bit of everything. And where my contour brush is missing. I did wash some of my brushes, so I'm just going to go in with this as a Colourpop brush. I don't know where it is right now, and this is hard. I'm just going to kind of fold this down so I can use it to contour. When you have a round face, you always want to, at the very least, just contour that little section there. I do it a little darker right now, and then once I bronze, My bronze, I use the same color that I use for my contour and just kind of blend that out a little bit. See, it gives kind of a bronze and a kind of a contour look all in one. I'm not liking this brush for this. This is more of a blush brush, but it's doing the job. I will be blending that out a little more here in a second. I'm going to grab my my Marc Jacobs, my bronzer brush, and I'm going to come across here and blend that out some more. Just kind of, I have such a 5 head. I always like to blend that out. There we go. See, I blended that down. You want that line there because it's going to help give you, it's going to look more like a shadow. Keep in mind this is my studio light here. When you see this in natural light,